Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your June 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here along with my dear friend Miss Lucy.
Hello.
First off, we'd like to say thank you so much for all your comments, for your subscriptions, just for the positive support that we've gotten from you guys, both in the emails that received and different things. Thank you. We appreciate hearing how this has helped you, or any type of constructive criticism, if my mouth doesn't work. But thank you. We appreciate it, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, and we thank you for taking the time to watch our videos and to spend the time with us. With that being said, if you're new to our channel, we do general tarot card reads every month. We are set up where Lucy does a read, I do a read, and then we do a combined read. This gives you 3 reads per each sign per month. And then we pull an oracle card. We also use 2 cards for the beginning of the month as just kind of an overall, and we pulled these from your year in a glance that we did at the beginning of the year for you. We feel that we're supposed to pull that over, so these are the cards that we have for June. Please keep in mind that it is a general read, and with that being said, it may not resonate with a lot of people. If it doesn't resonate with you, look at your rising sign too. And if you have any questions as to what's my rising sign or what I'm supposed to look for, go back in the videos, I think about 3, maybe 4 months. I have a link to a free astrological chart. It'll give you your rising sign. Okay? All right, so we're going to begin with Lucy, and the card that she drew for the month
Is strength. Now, strength indicates a reserve of energy, power, whatever you want to call it, animal instincts. As you can see, she's walking with her baser instincts there. That's what the lion represents. Neither dragging, neither being pulled. She's walking with confidence and moving forward. There's motion in this card. There's forward movement. She is on the move. Or you are on the move, or whoever it represents is on the move.
Mm-hmm.
So the message here is to use this reserve that you have, and you have more than you think. We usually do, because people tend to underestimate themselves all the time. To use this reserve when it's appropriate. Okay, don't go overboard. Don't be don't be critical. Don't go to the dark side of it. Be your better self. And the caution here is, again, don't go to the dark side. Don't let it rule you. Don't let this power that you have inside you control you. But also don't deny it, because it's there. It's for you. It's for your use. It's for your best. Okay? And then we have the star. Now the star, to me, the star represents balance in just about every aspect of your life. It's about calm and serenity and renewal and opportunities also too. As you can see, she's pouring the water actually into the water. So there is a certainty in what she is doing. She knows that the pitchers will be refilled. She knows that one state follows another. She knows if good times come, bad times come, they feed into each other. So if you're having a bad time, realize that it's not going to last forever, that the good times will come around again. And then we have the Fool. Now the Fool may look like he's just on a lark here, but there are decisions that need to be made. There are changes coming. The Fool indicates that you are at a crossroads. You have important decisions to make. Perhaps a new look at them is what's needed. Perhaps a taking of a road less traveled. Okay, following your instincts, following your gut to attain your goals. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this is feminine energy. And pentacles are usually about abundance. They're about your resources, whether they be financial or any other kind. A resource is a resource. It can be your abilities. It could be the area you live in. Different things. A resource is a resource. Personality-wise, If you're applying this to someone or even yourself, it's a strong individual who is self-contained and confident in herself or in themselves. Could be a man. And it can be about a message coming to you about aid or about financial, oh gosh, my nose is itchy. I'm sorry. About financial gain. It could be an inheritance or something along that line. The caution here is don't be obsessed with money. Don't be obsessed with frugality or anything on that level. You do what is necessary and live your life to your best. And then we have the Hierophant. Again, the Hierophant is about doctrine. It can be about a rigid authority. It can be about teaching. It's all about knowledge and how you put that knowledge to use for your betterment and the betterment of the people around you. It's about taking what you need and applying it and building something or creating something that is useful and serves you and the people around you. It's useful and it's beautiful, okay? And it's also about respect for the generations that have come before, respect for that knowledge. Now, you can take what you need from this. You don't have to integrate everything that this represents into your life. If it doesn't fit your belief systems or the way you live your life, then it is not for you, okay? Don't force yourself into somebody else's mold. You need to be who you are. But that doesn't necessarily mean you cannot use what has come before. Now, the Six of Cups, it's about memories. And you see these children here playing in this field. All these cups are filled. It's about memories of the past. And the message here is to find yourself, if you find yourself faced with a memory of the past, consider it carefully when it comes to you, and watch out for the influence it has on how you shape your present. If it's something you need to let go of, the caution here is to let it go. Because there are certain ideas and certain situations that happened in your past. Not all memories are happy ones, okay? Not all memories serve you in the life that you want to have or the life you are trying to build. So if it's something that it's not going to help you and it's having a detrimental influence or you think it will, let it go.
Okay. It's basically just
Yeah.
keeping the beast under control for the month and being courageous as you go through these things. Balance and new beginnings.
Crossroads, new beginnings.
And that childlike wonder.
Again, you can use the star to balance here, make balanced choices, healthy choices for yourself, but don't necessarily rule out the path less followed. Perhaps that's where you need to be.
Yeah, it's about your dreams.
Yeah, and the Queen here, of course, is about resources and keeping them, but don't be so frugal that you neglect things that are necessary in your life. And again, with the Hierophant, the teachings that come from past generations, there's a lot of good things there. Don't disrespect it, but you do not have to make it a part of your life if it does not fit you. This is all about you and you're moving forward in your life. The same with the Six of Cups. Memories come to us all. We remember fond memories from our childhood. Some of them are not so good. So perhaps it's time you let go of those things. Let them go because maybe they're affecting your life a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. And they are, after all, they are in the past.
Okay.
I know I made it sound easier than it is, but that's the way of it.
Yeah, it goes. But
that's the way of it. That's the way of life.
It's knowing that you're being watched out for, though,
yes.
At least as you go through this journey in your life. So the card that I pulled for the month is the Star, which it's very interesting because both Lucy and I got it for the month. And whenever we get the same major arcanas, there's usually a big pull about this, but my spread's all about your hopes and your dreams. It's the bright prospects. It's about balancing your emotions and yet allowing yourself to dream, not being under the illusion of fantasy, but yet dreaming and making these dreams a reality. So I think that for the month, it's going to be that way for you guys. The first card that I pulled for you was the Hangman. And it's this deck is so different than the others because he's being hung upside down by a snake. And he could still get away. And snake is about wisdom. And it's about that inner knowledge type of a thing. And here he is hanging himself upside down to get a new perspective.
His head. I mean,
yeah.
You know.
He's getting a new perspective, and he's using the wisdom that's offered him as he's being held upside down. So it can be about sacrifice. It can be about surrendering. But I think for you guys, you're going to be gaining a new perspective this month and allowing yourself to dream and looking at those things that no longer service you and moving forward into what does. The next card I pulled is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a very interesting because if you see on this, 3 of the cups are upside down, which means she's lost something, but yet there's 2 behind her that she's not even looking at. She's all wrapped up in the 3 that she lost and not even seeing that. So for some of you, you may be grieving over what is lost in your life right now, and you may not feel that you're allowed to dream, but that's not true. There's still stuff behind you that you need to look at and bring it forward, and don't concentrate on what you've lost. Concentrate on the things that you have and how you can build and grow those things. And it's almost like you're kind of stagnant right now in your life, and maybe you've been hung upside down for too long of your own volition. And I think the caution with this is to get up. Start moving and start moving forward.
Let it go.
Yeah, move forward this month. Don't be afraid to look at the positive, even though you've had some negative stuff happening. But this is a month about making your dreams come true and balancing yourself out emotionally, and I think that's really important. In part of that process of balancing yourself and finding yourself out, the Magician steps in. And the Magician is about external knowledge. It's about learning to control the resources that you already have. Now, you're not a master yet because it's the first card after the Fool. But yet you are starting to manifest these desires and you've got a creative push behind you. So realize that you have the resources to get past this blockage in your life that you've had, and that it is a chance for you to start going. You're going to make mistakes. Because when you're learning something and you're getting that knowledge, you always make mistakes. Forgive yourself when you do, and keep moving forward. Don't give up.
No.
Because justice is stepped in. Justice steps in when we need that balance in our lives. It's about finding that equilibrium so that we can keep our emotions under sway, but yet be able to dream, and yet not let the dreams become fantasy. It's not existing, but it's being able to work in both. And it's just that balance. And I keep seeing a figure 8 or the infinity sign. It's all about that balance and justice. So for you, it's again, looking at what you got, balancing it, keeping yourself grounded as much as possible. And don't be afraid to move forward because justice is stepping in and helping you. And again, this month has got a lot of balance in it because I got the Two of Pentacles next. And the Two of Pentacles is about your work, which is the Pentacles and your material gain. And then it's like having fun at what you're doing. So even though you may feel overwhelmed and at times you might feel like you're focusing on the other, you need to find the joy in this because you are moving forward in your life. You have the two things that are going on in your life, but it's good. You're starting to find your balance. Do what you enjoy. And if that's part of your dream, do what you enjoy. If you have an opportunity between two, in fact, I see somebody's got 2 choices when it comes to a job. And one of them is something that you'd make good money at, but you may not necessarily enjoy. The other one's a little bit, you won't make as much money, but you know that it's something you would enjoy. Follow your heart and do what you know you would enjoy. Don't let the job own you. You need to own your job to where you're comfortable in doing it. And this is a new opportunity for you. It's almost like a dream job for you. I can see that now. So balance yourself out. Look at the reality of the situation. Don't live in fantasy, but allow yourself to dream and move forward. This is a major month for you guys. You've got 4 major arcana on Lucy's. You've got 4 major arcana in my spread. So now we're going to read them together and kind of go for it. When there's major arcana, it usually means that it's a big event. When you're dealing with minor, it's almost like you can change a little bit better, but this is still a good read. So when you're dealing with strength and the inner balance that you have to have, and the balance of the emotions, it's almost like you have to get your base desires under control so that you can dream and do about it the right way.
Yeah.
Not to live in
Be
fantasy.
appropriate with your actions.
So it's this month.
Yeah.
It's all about this month. It's a chance for you guys to dream, to get yourself balanced, and
And
move
to
forward with
ahead
courage
confidence.
and confidence. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And then the Star and the Hanged Man. The Star is all about having faith, having hope, being calm, and knowing that the cycles do repeat themselves. It's all about being in alignment with nature. And the Hanged Man is about trying to find that path, trying to see the new way to go. That's where the old way didn't work, but that's what those two are. So
Yeah, and don't be afraid to dream. And even if
No.
it's not something that's your norm,
Yeah.
take some time to hang yourself upside down and look at it from a different perspective. Because it's cards are good this month for you guys.
absolutely. And again, you have the new path, the crossroads with the Fool.
And then the Five of
Choices
Cups.
to be made. Important choices. Now, don't get me wrong. These are important choices. But again, perhaps it's the path less traveled. That's where you need to be. Look to your heart there too.
Again, I just keep getting, don't focus on what you don't have.
No.
Focus on what you have.
Yeah.
Don't focus on what you've lost.
Yes.
Focus on what you have and the new beginning that you're going to get out of
Yes.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Queen of Pentacles and the Magician.
Yeah.
This is about money matters. This is about being good with what you got. And then the Magician is about your resources and starting all over in some ways, but yet creating and having that burst of inspiration behind it. You'll make mistakes, but you'll still be fine financially. Yeah, I keep getting this as a job.
Yeah.
So you may make some mistakes, but you'll be fine financially. In fact, you'll be not wanting for anything when you do this. The Hierophant and Justice.
Oh,
You know, it's so funny. Every time I see in this spread, particular with these two, I see that somebody's been hurt by a religious institution. In this spread, and it's almost like you're out of kilter because of it. In fact, you may have even turned away from God because of it. But yet you're still searching and you're still seeking and you're looking for that because your spiritual life is not where you feel empty and you feel unfulfilled. I just want you to know that God's not like that. Religion is made by men, and it's just important to know that because God doesn't want you to hurt and God doesn't want you to be hurt. So I would just say keep yourself as balanced as much as possible, but start seeking out because it's about knowledge and it's about knowing things, and start to find your way back to God and where you need to be with Him, because ultimately it's our relationship with Him, our personal relationship that matters, and whatever form that may be. But I'm sorry for the hurt that has been caused for you, and I know you probably never will hear somebody tell you that, but I know what it's like, and it still comes down to knowing who you are and what you believe, and yet fostering that spiritual part of yourself. So I don't know, I just keep getting that with this read for some reason. And that's the thing. It's when you pair it with the Six of Cups and the Pentacles, it's almost like a childlike thing. I keep getting somebody was hurt as a child. Anyway, yeah. So when you got the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles together, it's about maybe even pulling back to your childhood, something that made you happy, and incorporating it into your work and having fun with it. You know, all work and no play makes Sue a miserable girl. You've got to have that element of fun in what you do and to be able to appreciate. And sometimes it's like being like a kid. So, you know when it's appropriate. There's a season for everything, but have a little bit more fun at work in what you're doing. So we pulled an oracle card for you. This one is called Make the Sacrifice. Lucy's going to read it to you.
You will not achieve the outcome you desire if you are unwilling to act upon your intentions. Sorry about that. It is not as simple as wanting something to happen or believing that it will happen. You have to make it happen. And to make it happen requires that you be willing and ready to do whatever is necessary, no matter the sacrifice. For everything you desire, you must give of yourself in return. So, and if giving of yourself means letting go of something, then let it go.
So Capricorn, this month you have the ability to really balance out your emotions and start to work on those dreams and those things that you've had in your life, and it's to start healing old hurts that have happened to you. So again, focus on what you have and not what you don't have.
Right.
Don't be afraid to take the time to really contemplate your life, and you have the resources necessary to move forward, and this is going to be a good thing. You're going to be fine financially, I really feel, for the month too.
And if you have a crossroads out there, be calm. Know that it's meant to be, and perhaps take the path less traveled. Choose something you haven't chosen before.
Because you've got a new beginning when it comes to this too. So,
Yeah.
and for you guys, I feel it's more about work and creative process than I do relationships. But
Keep your hope and your faith
and working on yourself. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, Capricorn, thank you so much for taking the time to watch us. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and hit the like button. If you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them. And you can always contact us in our email, which I'll include in the description of the video. So have a wonderful month. We look forward to talking to you again, and walk in peace, light, and love.
Goodbye.